Hi, it's my first video designed for Book Talk. Um, as a writer myself, I've always been an avid reader. I've been reading since I was, a kid. But I probably got, 1,100 or something books around the house someplace. Partially because if I like it, I never get rid of it. Because you never know if you'll want to have your kids read it, if you want to read it again. So they're kind of everywhere. But two of the ones that I've written that were kind of very personal to me were these two right here, starting with this one. So the concept for this book, Last World War, Volume 1, Trial by Fission, came from when I was actually working as a scientist. I have a PhD in physics. And the concept, we're working on this concept and prototype design for sensors to detect smuggled nuclear weapons. So things that would be smuggled into the country through our own shipping and logistics system, because shipping and logistics has gotten better since 1940s when nukes were first kind of around. Nukes have gotten smaller, and it actually is to the point where you could put one in FedEx and ship it around the world. They're really not as big as they used to, and you can ship much larger packages than you once could. So the idea was, what happens if somebody smuggled 5 nukes into exact locations that they wanted to use them? You don't have to have missiles, you don't have to have bombers, none of our early warning systems would pick it up. It's kind of the nightmare scenario, right? And what does that really look like? And that book was my kind of take on it. And the follow-on to it, because people said, well, what's next? What comes after that? Is this one, which actually involves even more nuclear weapons. But I sat down with my co-author, who's a former combat medic who was deployed to Afghanistan a couple times. Said, really, what is the danger here? I mean, I'm an Army vet, but I was way pre-Gulf War on terror, so what would scare me as a former military guy? I know we could take any military on the planet head to head, right? That's not a big deal. Insurgents, that's a whole different world. But what really would kind of put me in the back and go, holy crap, how could we actually recover from that? And this, believe it or not, was written pre-COVID, but the answer was biological. What happens if somebody goes biological weapon? What does it do to the U.S. economy, our ability to respond to hotspots? Does it lock us down to the point where we're just kind of, screwed? And if you throw even more nukes in there, along with a cyber attack that turns our smart weapons stupid, what does that really do to our ability to respond? And the answer is it's not great, because one of the reasons we are the best military on the planet is because of our smart weapons. Well, if you make our smart weapons stupid, we have a problem. We're not ready to go toe-to-toe in the way we did in the 1940s. So those were those two. The third one's being worked on. This one is now a screenplay that's undergoing submissions in different places. So we'll see where it goes. Collectively, they've done pretty well. They're on Amazon and in print, Kindle, and Audible format. So take a look today. Hope you enjoy them. Thank you.